Hey guys, I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor here in Austin, Texas. And if you've been on my channel before, you already know my spiel. And if you have not been to my channel, if this is your first time watching, welcome, welcome. We have a really cool home tour set for you guys today, so I'm just gonna get right to it. I am here in North Central Austin in a brand new community that I am super excited about called Foxfield. Foxfield is being developed by one of my favorite builders, Milestone. I'm a humongous fan of the location of this particular neighborhood. We are, like I said, kind of like in North Central Austin. Some would just call it North Austin. I have a bias. I live in the area, so I think it's central. Anyway, the zip code over here is 78758. And the reason this community is so special is, well, there's a lot of reasons, but my top two reasons why I think it's so special is, one, this entire zip code is located super close to the domain. This particular community is about a 5 to 6 minute drive from the domain. If you get there with no traffic, you can also technically walk there. Okay, the other reason I'm a huge fan of this community is because in this zip code, in this neighborhood, most of the homes were developed in, I want to say around 1960 to about 1980. There are a couple exceptions where homes were developed a little bit afterwards, like mid to late 80s, early 90s. But for the most part, there's not been really any new construction of single family homes right here. So today I'm going to show you one of my favorite floor plans that they have as an inventory home. There are two of these left. They are not going to build any more of this floor plan anymore just because they've got new floor plans coming out. So there are a bunch of incentives on this particular home. They are still building. Obviously, as you can see behind me, there are tons of empty lots. So if you think you might want to build your own home and have questions on what that process would look like, contact me. Here's my contact information. Let's take a look at this beautiful 3-story home. There is so much space, and the whole vibe throughout the entire home is very zen. Let's see what you think. Leave your comments. I want to see what you guys are thinking and what you guys are feeling about this home. Let's go. So here we are. I'm a fan of this door. Very pretty, elegant, and kind of modern looking. This entrance has a really nice design to it. Just open, clean, pretty. Something that I really like about the design of this specific floor plan is the fact that, well, when you walk in, there is a little coat closet immediately to your left. And then over here, there is a half bath. And the reason I think it's so good that the half bath is here is because it is literally away from everything else. So every now and then I'll see a home that has a bathroom connected to the kitchen, and that's not cute. Who thought of that? But somebody really thought long and hard about this and moved this not just away from the living space and the kitchen, but also under the stairs. So they really did a good job utilizing all the space. Here we go. Oh, this kitchen is so pretty. One of the things about this kitchen that I think is just so different is the fact that it's got a really traditional style to it. It's not super modern, but it's got a very timeless, elegant look, which I'm a fan of. What do you guys think? Do you prefer something that's more modern, or do you like something a little bit more traditional? Because I think this kitchen will look absolutely the same and be just as elegant in 10 or 15 years. It's not the type of thing where you're gonna look back and be like, yep, that was built in 2025. I don't know what they were thinking. Let's check out the pantry. Good amount of space. It's not gigantic, but it's not small either. Also, the ceiling is really high, so you can even install more cabinetry and like more storage stuff in there for more space. There is so much storage right here in the center island. I'm a fan of these dark brown cabinets. They're not even that dark, they're just brown. They look really pretty, I think. Alrighty, so over here is the utility closet, or is that what they call it, utility closet? I think that's a bathroom. I would say this is the laundry room. Maybe I'll say the mud room. That's where the washer and dryer hookups are. All right, let's check out the garage.
Garage door
Oh, the security system talks to me. Pretty standard garage here. The one thing I will say is pretty cool is that it's really high. So if you're somebody that loves to utilize storage space, this garage is fantastic for that. The garage alone is like a 2-story garage. Do any of you happen to have a car lift in your garage? If you do, please leave a comment. I want to know what you use it for because I see them from time to time and they look so intense and so cool. Okie dokie, here we are in the living room. I feel like the furniture that they have in here looks really cute on camera, but it is staging furniture, so it's probably significantly smaller than what you would actually put in here. So another thing that makes this floor plan stand out is the fact that it's got a secondary suite on the first floor. This is brilliant because so many of the clients that I work with are actually looking for a bedroom on the main floor for their aging parents, which is so sweet. I love that everybody's taking into consideration the family and family needs. So one thing that tells me that elderly folk were taken into consideration when designing this, not just this home, but I guess this bathroom, is the fact that it's got that shower rail there. So mom and dad or grandma and grandpa can get in and out of the shower safely. So sweet. Do any of y'all have family members living with you, like elderly family members living with you? I've always wanted my mom to live with me. She won't, she's too independent, but leave a comment if you do. I would love to find out more about y'all's family and if y'all could use a space like this. So here we are again in the living room. This is really just so pretty and there's so much natural light here. All right, let's go up the stairs. Let me see if I can narrate and film at the same time. I did another video the other day where I was talking about the house as I was going up the stairs, and by the time I got to the second floor, I was completely winded. And I was like, well, maybe I'm talking too fast, but then I realized I had gone up the stairs and that was probably why. So, breath check. I'm fine for now. Watch me completely run out of air here in about 3 seconds. So here we have this, I think like little study area with built-in cabinets, countertop. And this is great for, I think, like a small office. Or maybe you have kiddos that are doing homework at home. Alrighty, so at the top of the stairs almost here, we have our primary bedroom. This is very nice. Really tall ceilings. I think the ceilings here, hold on, the builder rep told me the ceiling height on the second floor here are 9 or 10 feet. Because this bedroom has the coffered ceilings, which is that like up indent thing, I think that would make it 10 feet. Let's check out the bath. Oh, this is so pretty. This primary bath is not very big. Considering that this is a very spacious house, I think one would expect the bathroom to be bigger. However, it's plenty of space. You know, I guess realistically, most people don't really spend that much time in their bathroom. I mean, there's always exceptions, so don't come at me if you're one of the people that lives in their bathroom, whatever, more power to you. But this is, I feel like if I were to live here, this would be plenty of space. I'm also not a person that has a lot of stuff, so. Oh, I like these little built-ins, that's cute. Okay, so out here in the primary, we actually have 2 closets. One is bigger than the other, I think. Let's take a look. Yeah, that's a lot of space. I personally feel like this is enough for 2 people. But again, I don't have a lot of stuff necessarily. Let's check out the other closet. One thing this house really does have a lot of is storage, like storage everywhere. Oh, sweet. Okay, this is definitely smaller than the other, but it's practical space. It's got a little shoe rack in here. It's got some shelving, so it is ready to go. And here we are, back at the top of the stairs. Let's explore some more. Oh, one thing I think I told you very briefly at the start of this video is that this is a 3-story house. There is a 3rd story, which we will explore shortly. I love the space up there. It is extremely peaceful and the view is beautiful. So keep watching till the end because I'm going to show you that space in just a moment. So there is like another office media space up here along with the loft. I'm gonna show you these other bedrooms first, and then we'll take a look at this bonus room space area. These are pretty standard bedrooms, nothing too crazy. Good amount of space, which I think is just enough for kiddos or roommates or family members, office, etc. Bathroom matches the rest of the home's aesthetic. Very nice. I am such a fan of these brown cabinets. What do you guys think? Do you like the brown? Am I crazy? Is there a different color you prefer? Here's another one of the bedrooms. Good sized closet in here. Like I said, there is no shortage of storage in this home and no shortage of storage potential, I feel like. Alrighty, here we are. So this is, I think, if you were to look at the actual floor plan design labels, I don't know, this would be called like the media room. So you could use this as a movie room if you wanted. They have it set up as an office. You could use this as a kid's playroom. I mean, you could make it another bedroom if you wanted, but I think it would be kind of tight up here, so I personally would not do that. But there's a lot of stuff you could do with this room. I think an office is a great space for this because you've also got your doors here and you close it off, and then when you're done working, you're done working. The primary is on the other side of this floor, and then if you want to do your living activities on the first floor in the living room and kitchen, etc., that's separate from this space, which I know is really important. There's also another closet here right next to the stairs. It's like a linen closet. I think if we were to use this as a second living room or like a kid area, this would be an excellent place to put away board games and blankets and coloring material. I don't know. Okay, let's go. I'm really pumped to show you this portion of the home. This is so unique. I really don't see this type of design very often in the South. I feel like having like a finished attic, if you will, is more of a northern thing, but here we are. It literally looks like we are in the mountains. I was recently in Park City, Utah, and a lot of the greenery kind of look like this. Also, Colorado has a lot of similar greenery. Okay, so as we can see, there is a bathroom here. It's a half bath, it's not a full bathroom, and then there is a closet. The half bath is actually really good size. You could install a shower in here, a tiny little shower. Oh, this would be such a good art studio. You could also put in like a mini bar in here. You could put in a little popcorn machine. This could be a really good movie. I could go on. But instead of me rambling about what I would do, what would you guys do with this space? I'm very curious. Leave a comment. So over here we have the closet, more storage, and then we have like mini attic access. There's not a lot of space in here. Yeah, it's just a little bit more like out of sight storage. It's not insulated, so it's hot in this space. So it's probably the area where you would keep like a Christmas tree or things that are not gonna perish with temperature variance. I don't think that's how you actually say what I try to just say, but I think you guys understand. I have a pretty smart following, so okay, let's go back downstairs. I'm going to show you the backyard and the patio. The covered patio in this house is actually really big, so I'm pretty excited to show you that. The backyard is not big at all. It's just that we are pretty central and land in Austin proper has become very expensive. So a lot of times we'll see builders in these new communities put homes on really tiny little lots, which I mean isn't terrible if you're the type of person that's looking for something that's very low maintenance and you're not trying to install a pool, or you're not necessarily wanting to have chickens and a ton of maintenance on your yard and home. This type of setup would be really good. Also, this community and this specific home actually backs up directly to Walnut Creek Trail and Park, or Park and Trail, whatever. It's a park, it's a lot of land, it's obviously a complete outdoorsy activity experience. So if you do like being outdoors, the park is right behind this home. So here we are in this tiny little lot. And that's it. That's all there is to this yard. I will say this patio is fantastic. Look how big it is. I'll So this is what the house looks like from the backyard, all 3 stories. It's pretty regal from this angle. So you don't get a lot of yard, but you do get a lot of house, and the location is stellar. Okay, I want you to see this patio. There's a lot you could do with this patio. Oh, there's also a little gas pipe spigot thingy right here where you can connect a gas grill or like an outdoor kitchen and really deck this place out and make it an absolute dream. So guys, like I said, there are 2 of this floor plan left in this community. They are not going to build any more of these. They are trying to close these out. So they've got a bunch of incentives and really aggressive pricing. If you have questions about this community, this part of town, you want to know more about building a home, maybe with this builder, maybe just in general, we are still very much in a buyer's market. There's a ton of opportunity for home buyers and folks that are trying to get in and get some equity. So if I can help you in any way, contact me. Here's all my contact information. God, that made me dizzy. I'm sure that made y'all dizzy too. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm Daphne Quay, your boss lady realtor. Till next time.